people always, not always, but very often think it's weird that I am where I am because of the way I look, I think, a lot of times, but also the way I talk, and just knowing that I'm American or not knowing where I'm from, actually, at first, and wondering what am I doing here. And the same question I get from people from many different places, from Iran, from Bosnia, from Peru, from wherever, from Poland, Germany. Then, we're all around the table, and it is like going around the world on a tabletop. And so then I got the idea to make this map, this like installation, creating this topographical map, this 3D map with the objects from the different places that I've been, that I've collected, putting them on this tabletop. I have to say I'm from all over. I never like to specify because I feel like I moved a lot, even when I was a kid. Anyway, I came to Zurich basically from Asia. So, literally, actually. So this is like a response to that, actually, that question. Right. In a lot of ways. Which actual physical art installation that I'm doing here is all about migration. We are not separate from the environmental debate, and human rights are not separate from that either. And I think it's just, for example, there should be a global migration day. There should be an international holiday for that. People have been moving across the earth forever. It's not a new thing. It's an old thing. And it's not going to stop now. And it's also not a bad thing. Like, nobody's coming to, like, fuck you up. People just want homes and jobs. I don't think, I think it should be tolerated.
It's enduring. It's not going.
We're all from this one world, but we're from different places, and we totally have the right and the access as human beings to go to any other different place on Earth and make it our home or visit there, in a respectful way, of course. But that's my point. It's like we are global citizens, and like it's just a matter of if you choose to realize that or not.
So the world is seamless.
It's not seamless. It has so many different seams, horrible, sometimes really horrible seams, borders, for the abolition of borders, like very strongly. That I use the word abolition for a reason, because I think, one, it relates now to the anarchist movement, and two, because of course it relates to anti-slavery. Even not only in the African American or the American tradition, but in a global sense. People are considered illegal because of the borders and those seams that they cross. This is total bullshit.
Yeah. Why should people care about your work and your message?
Because we all live on Earth, and actually I think that we really do want to live in a borderless society at heart, if you can say that. And it's dangerous to say things like we, because you always have to ask, who is this we? And to say what we all want. Maybe some people don't, and also to say things at heart, like what does it mean? But I think intrinsically, we would like to be able to get along with our neighbors, our friends, and just everyone, even strangers. And we would even like to be, we want to be considered good people, and I think that is a lot about our show displays of generosity or being a good host, and like, okay, maybe we don't want to do that all the time, and also being able to travel. And we may not always want to travel, but I think we want the freedom to have diversity present in our lives, either through going out and exploring it in different ways or through inviting people into our communities. and learning about different things, trying different things like different foods that I mentioned before. I think that that is it's a fundamental human nature thing, that I think that we do live together, and in order for us to live together better, we have to acknowledge that we live together, not really separated.
What does adding profanity add to your point?
Profanity? Dad.
Yeah. Or say fucking. I mean, I think
It's important for emphasis for me, but it's not necessarily important for someone else.
I mean, it turns off your audience, I'm sure.
Yeah, but Dad, what did that guy say? Explicit language is an excellent way to create common understanding.
What is? I'm sorry?
Explicit language.
Yeah.
That's what Steven Pinker said.
It has to be strategically used.
Yes. I just use it for emphasis. I guess that's not strategic.
All right.